If you can afford it, you should get it, right? You got one life to live. Enjoy it to the full. But just know it's not going to make you happier. It's not going to make you taller. It's not going to make you lose weight. It's not going to change your life in a dramatic way. But if it's really your heart, your dream, and you have the financial resources to get it, I think you should get one. And maybe pay attention to some of my regrets so that you would not have the same kind of regret. Hello, rich friends. Welcome to another episode of the New Rich Podcast. I'm Uyi Abraham. I'm my host, my beautiful wife, my co-host, Dr. Faith Abraham.
Hi, rich friends. Welcome back to another video. We're so glad that you're here.
Awesome. So, how was your week?
My week was fantastic, fantabulous, phenomenal. Did some traveling, and I always love a good travel. I think it was you and our daughter, I love a good road trip. I really do, because I feel like when I'm on the road and you have the scenery and you're just free and you're moving. I don't know what you guys think about, but it always reminds me of how small I am in comparison to how big and large the world is. I'm here on the road. My home is over there, so many miles away, and then I have friends or loved ones here and there. But if I get in the plane, my mind just goes to this thing, and it's almost like I tap into a different realm or space. Whereas when I'm at home, I'm kind of in my life's bubble. So I love a good road trip. So I had a road trip and I'm high off of that, and it was really good. How was your week?
My week is good. Just the normal thing, Vonza and,
the number one all-in-one platform for you to run your online business.
Okay, you need to say it again. So look at the camera and tell them what you just said.
Oh, I was looking at this one.
Okay, that's fine. Anyone is fine. But this is your camera.
Oh, this is my camera.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you go ahead and say what you said again.
Okay, what did I just say?
Normal stuff, Vonza.
Oh, yeah, normal stuff. Vonza, dealing with customers and everything in between, But something that I'm really trying to do, though, I want to start trying to do this kind of work-life balancing thing a little bit better.
Work-life balance. See, you can't talk about certain things around me because that's my topic. Go ahead.
Okay.
I'm going to try my best not to interrupt you.
Yeah, so I recently discovered that I'm pretty much a workaholic,
Praise God.
And I just love working, and, it's very fulfilling for me.
Yeah.
It's productive for me. I just don't like wasting time. So, I feel like if I'm doing something, I feel like I'm being productive with my time. I don't like just doing things that is not looking like my time is making any difference,
Yeah, that makes sense.
So that was how it is. So I'm just trying to work on more life balance now, just kind of balancing stuff, trying to have set normal working schedule, working hours, instead of just waking up in the morning and just keep working until tired day in, day out,
Yes.
So that's probably things I'm working on this week, right? And I was saying that I've also been doing some work on Vonza, and you were going to say
the number one all-in-one platform for your online business.
Hey, I'm Uyi Abraham. I came to America with only $100 and a suitcase of clothes, and I created Vonza.com to make it easy and simple for online coaches, entrepreneurs like you to run your business online. Before Vonza, it was so difficult to run a business online because you have to use so many different tools and try to tie them all together. I was so frustrated, and decided I wanted to create a platform
a one-stop shop to make it easy and simple for anyone with a dream or with an expertise or a knowledge to create or sell online to run their business online. Vonza allows you to create your online courses, your memberships, build a website, scheduling funnels. It gives you every tool you need so you don't have to be tying tools together, spending time and money, so you can just focus on running your business online. Go to Vonza.com today and start your free trial. It's the best all-in-one platform for online courses, memberships, and to run your business online. Go to Vonza.com. I'll see you there.
Awesome. So what does Vonza do? Somebody's watching for the first time and they're like, oh yeah, I want to hear about this Rolls Royce story, but can you just share with them briefly what they can do with Vonza or what Vonza does for them and their business?
Well, of course, when you're running your online business, there are several platforms that you have to use to make it all work together, which can leave you kerfuffled and all over the place, this platform, that platform, that platform. But with Vonza, we solidified and condensed everything down to one platform so that you can create a beautiful website. You can have your funnels going. You can create your courses and have them payment collected and have it distributed out to your customers, digital products, physical products, everything you need for your online business. You can have it all on Vonza.com.
Awesome.
So that's what you can do with it.
Awesome. So today we're talking about I bought a Rolls Royce and I instantly regretted it, you know. And it's a very, very interesting topic
I'm
because
laughing in wife.
because all my life I've always wanted a Rolls Royce, right? You know,
Definitely
growing
a
up.
dream car.
Yeah, it's a dream car for me and for
I
most
knew that.
people too.
Absolutely.
It's a status car.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
It
It's
is.
lovely. There's not a lot of them being made. I think last year, Rolls Royce, they had their best year. My numbers might be wrong, but I think it's about 6,000 cars they sold last year. I think 6,000 thereabout, but it's the most they've ever sold compared to like Toyota or Honda or Kia that sell millions of cars a year, right? So Rolls Royce puts in an exclusive club, right? Not everybody can afford it. Not everybody can maintain it, right? So look, and not everybody can qualify for a $250,000 to average $500,000 car. So a lot of people stay away from it. So when you buy a Rolls Royce, you're in that exclusive club. So I've always wanted a Rolls Royce. I remember as a child, you know, people would be drawing cars that they like. Mine would be a Rolls Royce, you know. And when I see people pull up in a Rolls Royce, I admire them. I think they are really good people. I think they are better people than everybody else. I'm like, there's something special about these Rolls Royce things. I've always wanted it. I keep telling my wife that I was going to get it. I was going to get it. Then a lot of people were telling me, why worry about a Rolls Royce? Just get a Bentley. You know, Bentley is cheaper, but it still gives you that luxurious feel. That's what people were telling me.
Yeah, but they were telling you this, but you had a Bentley already.
Yeah, but that was why I bought Bentley in the first place, because I would just feel like, okay, Rolls Royce was just, at the time, I just felt like it was just out of my league completely financially. So I feel like, okay, at least I can get a Bentley. It's a little bit easier or less expensive than a Rolls Royce. I got my first Bentley. It was good, but when I still pull up, my friends or people pull up in a Rolls Royce, I still be like, wow, I want a Rolls Royce. The Bentley is not a Rolls Royce, you know?
So when you were seeing it, it was like, no, that's like your heart was like,
my heart was like,
where it is.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Okay.
Then I, you know, traded in my first Bentley, got the second Bentley, and I was like, yeah, so finally I still get my luxury car feeling, you know? But after months he still was not feeling the same. I still feel like, okay, I just want a Rolls Royce, you know? And so I eventually got one. And let me say something real quick to rich friends, right? There's something about luxurious cars. Mercedes will do that to you, but most especially a Bentley and a Rolls Royce. When you drive those cars, it is hard, if not almost impossible, to go back to driving regular cars.
Why do you think that is? Is it just
Because-
so different? Does the new car smell last longer? Is it like what is it? Because I know some of our rich friends, you may be a closet millionaire is what I call them. Those are, millionaires or people who have a lot of money, but you can't tell they have a lot of money because they are driving Honda. Like Warren Buffett does that. He still drives his 1960 whatever car he has. Doesn't really wear designer, right? And you're just like, a car is a car, I'm good. But then some of my rich friends are eyeballing the Bentley. They're eyeballing the Rolls. They're looking at that G-Wagon. And honey, a G-Wagon.
Yeah.
It does feel good.
Yeah.
But so what is it? Like, what makes it so special? Because isn't it just a car? It'll get you from point A to point B.
It's the same car.
A Toyota will get you from point A to point B.
Exactly. And the Toyota is even more durable, less
Listen,
expensive.
don't sleep on the Toyota. That was my first car, Toyota Corolla.
And Toyotas they don't give up on you. You give up on them because you just get tired of driving them and you want something else. Toyotas, they are reliable.
Yeah.
They will drive past 300,000 miles.
Yeah.
They will drive up to 500,000 miles. Keep changing the oil, changing the tire. That's all. You're good, right? So for me though, I think a lot of people who buy luxury vehicles that spend a lot of money. I think it's three main reasons. One is for status.
Okay.
Right? They buy it for status to make other people feel like they're better than them, that they got more money than them, that they're rich, right? So it's a status car. I think second thing too is that it's for emotional gain. There's something it does for you emotionally.
Yeah.
When you drive in a Bentley or a Rolls Royce, it makes you feel good. And you're driving past people, they wave at you, they ask you what you do for a living. It just does something. It makes you feel successful, feel accomplished, right? So that's the second reason, which is the emotional part of it.
Yeah.
Then for some people, third is for financial reasons too, because if you're making a lot of money, right, and you want to pay less taxes, you don't want to give all your money to Uncle Sam, so you need to write off things.
Yeah.
So a lot of wealthy people, they buy luxury cars because they can write it off. Because when a car is over 6,000 pounds, you can write it off 100%.
Right.
So they buy it so to write it off, right? So for me, it was those three reasons. And for me, maybe there was a fourth one, marketing. I bought it for marketing purposes too, right? So
The quintessential entrepreneurial tool.
Exactly. So those are the reasons why I got mine. So I finally got the Rolls Royce. It's a Ghost, which is beautiful, 4-door car and everything. So I bought it, and a few months in, I started regretting it, right? And let me tell you why. It's not because I don't like it. It's not because I don't love it. I'm going to tell you more about that later. But why? Because one, I thought it was going to make me happier. Right? I thought, when I get this Rolls Royce, I will just be a much more happier person and my life will just be all different and stuff. But I bought the Rolls Royce. It didn't make me happier. I'm still the same person, and I began to learn to that cars or material things really doesn't keep you happy. It might make you happy for a little bit, but it's not going to keep you happy. Right. So it didn't make me happier. Right? Then the second reason why I regret the Rolls Royce was when I bought it initially, I thought I'm just going to be driving it everywhere, every week, which you should not drive a Rolls Royce every day anyway, because, when you put wear and tear on it, the maintenance is crazy. But I was thinking I was going to drive it more often. But now I'm in a season where I'm so busy with work and, business is growing. So sometimes I barely drive it at all. Sometimes just once a month. I try to drive it twice a month. So I'm not able to drive it or enjoy it like I should. So just sitting mostly in the garage, except using it for marketing and promotion purposes.
But isn't that work-life balance that you had mentioned before? Because I remember, before we got it, when I would see, especially on Sundays, that's when you would see all the luxury cars. Even in the church parking lot, you would see the Porsches, you see the Mercedes, you see the Rolls, you see the Bentleys, like you see all the tricked out, really pricey cars, Lamborghinis, all of that. And I remember just thinking to myself, like, I hope these people drive this car more than just on Sunday.
Right.
If I had that car, I'd be driving that car every day. Y'all couldn't tell me not to. I'd drive it to the grocery store. This is my mentality. This is my thought process, prior to.
Yeah.
I was also in debt at that time, but that's okay. So I was always thinking that. And I remember, I don't know if you remember this, I remember just on that personal development, that growth journey, trying different businesses, seeing which one was really my thing and our thing. And whenever I would see, a luxury vehicle pull up at the gas station or at a store or wherever I was, I would love to kind of linger a little bit and see if the owner was going to come out. And I would literally, I wouldn't bring out my phone and, record people or anything like that, but I would just ask them, what do you do for a living?
Yeah.
How are you? You remember that, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if he was embarrassed or not, child, but I did not care. I was like, somebody's going to tell me something that's going to change my life. And they would tell me like the most boring things. And I'm like, okay. Stuff like habits and mindset is the real thing. And I think one guy, he was like a banker or something. And one lady, she was like, I don't do anything. My husband bought this for me. And I'm like, okay, sis. It's like goals, like, hey, but that was like along the journey. And then when we did get it, and I'll tell you when I realized that it was a Rolls Royce, like, I knew he got it. We had the conversation. But wait, did we have a conversation about the Rolls?
Yeah, we had some.
You're right. Okay. We're going to leave that one for a different video. But what happened was it was there. I knew it was a Rolls Royce. I mean, I saw the double R. I could read it. But it didn't feel real until when you open the door, there's an umbrella in the door.
Yeah.
And when I did it for the first time, I was like I just melted, like, this thing is in my house. This thing is in my house. Like, it was even now, like, just trying to describe it, it was so weird. Like, this is happening. This is my life, And it's just from where we came from, both as a couple and then individually, to having the car in the garage is just the most mind-boggling thing to me, especially that day when I pushed the umbrella. Like, that's when it became very real to me. But just saying all that to say, the work-life balance, I think we would probably enjoy it more with that balance. And now I understand why I would see all the cars out on Sunday driving down the freeway, and you see all the cars, the Corvettes and all the things. And because that's kind of part of it. Like, Sunday is my off day. Sunday is my Sabbath. It's my rest. And I'm going to enjoy what I've labored for, because when you don't enjoy it, it just becomes this monotonous rat race that you're just constantly in. Yeah.
That's the fact right there, And I think another reason why I regretted it was I did not really fully understood the cost of maintenance.
Yeah.
I love people that buy these cars. They get excited and stuff, but and I was trying to get an oil change like $800 if you go to the dealership. But if you have a Corolla, or a Toyota or a Kia, you can probably get an oil change for $30, $40, right? To get a tires, I was pricing recently to change up 4 tires, and they quoted me $8,000. That's like the cost of a car.
That is a car, to change the tires,
So, exactly. But I'm not fully regretting it, I'm still happy I did it, and I'm going to tell you why. Even though I kind of regret it, but not too much, but I'm going to tell you why. Because one, just to be able to fulfill my goal, my heart desire, my dream, is fulfilling. Yeah. And I wanted a Rolls Royce, and I got one. So it just kind of makes me believe it is a mindset shift for me. Yeah. That anything I want, anything I desire, I can have it. Just like the same way I wrote down a Rolls Royce, I wanted one and I got it. And I wanted a white interior and I got it. The same thing helps my confidence, my mindset that I can also get whatever else I want. So that's one of the benefit for me of owning a Rolls Royce, right? There's another thing I also enjoy about a Rolls Royce too is the feeling. Like I said earlier, you know, when you get into it and it comes on and it's lighted and everything, just that feeling of driving it and everybody looking at you and waving at you. You know, I get to a stop sign, even though the other person got there before me and they have the right of way. And they'll be like, no, you can go. And you just get this royal treatment everywhere. You pull up certain way, people looking at you, talking to you and stuff, you know. It's just a beautiful life having a Rolls Royce, you know. And I think another reason I also enjoy it is for my kids too, right? So they growing up. I grew up in Africa, right? Raised by my grandma. I remember she used to have a blue Nissan. Nissan is a bus, like a bus, you know, mini bus, you know. At one point it broke down, so I had to walk miles to school. You know, never experienced, you know, being in a luxury vehicle. But now to see that my kids, they used to riding in Mercedes, Bentleys, Rolls Royces, BMWs, it's just refreshing, and it just makes me feel good, makes me feel proud. The other day, our son Isaac had something to do in his school.
Yeah.
And, you know,
He won an award.
He won an award, and I took him to the school in a Rolls Royce. And it's just, I need to do that for Joshua to take him to school in a Rolls Royce, you know, one of these days, you know. It's just refreshing. My son feels good, feels proud to walk, get out of the car. You know, actually one of the son was looking at me on my chain. I was like, oh, I didn't know that was a chain. Yeah, that was your dad. And I was like, why you don't think this is dad? Because they saw us pull out from the Rolls Royce and now this chain. Like, oh, he got so much bling on. you know. So these are some of the benefits. Of course, a good tax write-off. Also, when you use it for business and marketing purposes also. So that is my take on the Rolls Royce. So maybe you have something to share, because I want to share one more thing before we wrap it up.
Well, I think it's interesting that you regretted it, even to any degree, because I just thought you were like, woo, on top of the moon, not even on cloud 9, on cloud 1300.
Yeah.
You know, but that I like the fact that you had that perspective, and you realized that, you know, happiness is something that's to actually be maintained. Yeah. Like a lot of times we have this mindset like, oh, this is going to make me happy. That's going to make me happy. That's going to fulfill me. That's going to reward me. That, you know, it's always these external things as well. But it was a shift where it was like, no, my happiness is something that I do for myself and I create for myself, and I maintain that. So I think that was pretty expensive price tag for a lesson, but hey, a lesson nonetheless.
Yeah. It was good, you know. I'm glad I got it though.
I'm glad you got it too.
Even though
I'm enjoying it too.
Yeah.
When we do things, I do enjoy it.
Yeah. Even though I kind of regretted it, but I'm so glad I got it for the reasons I shared earlier. And just to talk to rich friends right now. Oh, before I say this to the rich friends, this video is sponsored by Vonza.com, you know, all-in-one platform to start and run a business online, from your courses, your memberships, websites, scheduling, funnels, everything you need in one place, saving you time and money so you can run your business and not worry about tech. You can start a 14-day free trial. Use the link below, Vonza.com, and get started. So for rich friends, so are you thinking about a Rolls Royce and you're wondering if you should get one or not get one? You can look at the pros and the cons, right? Another thing too that happened too I did not fully plan for was the increase in the cost of insurance, car insurance.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Our car insurance literally doubled when I added the Rolls Royce to it. And Not every car insurance will carry a Rolls Royce.
Right.
So before you get a Rolls Royce, make sure your car insurance can carry it, because some car insurance they cannot, because they don't want to cover a car that is worth over $250,000 to replace, right? So I was fortunate that when we had the Bentley, that's one of the reasons I sold one of our Bentleys, because our car insurance will not carry a Bentley. They will not cover it. Okay, so but a Rolls Royce, some will, some will not, but the cost is also going to increase as well. So if you're out there, you're thinking about getting a Rolls Royce or not, and if you ask me what my opinion is, I would say if you can afford it, you should get it, right? You got one life to live. Enjoy it to the full. But just know it's not going to make you happier. It's not going to make you taller. It's not going to make you lose weight. It's not going to change your life in a dramatic way. But if it's really your heart, your dream, and you have the financial resources to get it, I think you should get one. And maybe pay attention to some of my regrets so that you would not have the same kind of regret. Final words, Dr. Faith?
That was great. I love that. We should end on that.
Okay. So that's it for this episode, and we'll see you next time on the New Rich Podcast. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel, and share this with 5 rich friends.
See you later, rich friends.
See you on the next episode.